So today we're going to talk about the 6 tools in our Birth with Peace process. The first tool you might recall is name the monster. So there are other birthing programs out there that encourage you to avoid your fears altogether. Don't think about them, don't speak them, really kind of push them to the side. But what we've recognized is that that's not a very helpful approach to birth. People have fears. They have real fears. It's ingrained in our subconscious, as we talked about in one of the earlier videos. We learn throughout our life, most people anyway, that birth is horrible. It's going to, be 5 days long. Bad things happen. I absolutely have to have some kind of pain medication. We are taught these things. So we have these real fears. So it's important to recognize what they are, acknowledge them, name them. What are those specific fears that you have? Do you have some fears that are bigger than other fears? What are those? It's important to know what they are, because you can't tame the monster until you name what that monster is. So that's that's the first step in the Birth with Peace process. And obviously we talk a little bit more about how to do that in our Birth Unafraid program, but that is the first step. The second step is deep relaxation. The ability to be deeply relaxed during your birthing time, specifically during your contraction, or what we call our pressure waves. And we'll talk to you about what that means, why we need to change that wording. But deep relaxation. So what we know is that when someone is deeply relaxed, and I'm talking you are, let's say you're laying on the bed, you barely feel your body. Your body is loose and limp, kind of just like the jello there on the bed. I'm talking about that kind of deep relaxation. We teach you how to get into that state of deep relaxation in an instant. So instant relaxation. So that's one of the tools that we teach as well. We're quite familiar, most of us are anyway, with what we call progressive relaxation. And that is kind of a slow head to toe relaxation. It takes about 3-4 minutes, 5 minutes maybe, to kind of get into that state of that deep relaxation. But with Birth Unafraid, we teach how to do that instantly. And the reason that's important is because those contractions only last about a minute and a half long at the most. And so we can't do that slow, progressive relaxation. We need that instant relaxation to get deeply relaxed right away and then work through that contraction. And the reason that we need that deep relaxation is because when we are relaxed, we have that relax, calm, peace cycle happening within us, rather than the fear, tension, pain syndrome. When we're deeply relaxed, our muscles are nicely relaxed, our uterus can work optimally, blood flow is increased to our heart, to our lungs, to our uterus, to our baby. And we have decreased pain when we are deeply relaxed. So we talk about how to do that in our Birth with Peace process. The third tool is what we call peace breathing for birth. We have 2 specific types of breathing that help to decrease discomfort, that help keep you relaxed, to help keep you focused during your contraction. So one of our tools is peace breathing for birth. How do we maintain that peaceful, physical, emotional, mental state? So we walk through 2 different kinds of breathing techniques. I'll go through one of them with you now. So just to kind of demonstrate that sense of relaxation that comes with it. So what I want you to do now is just close your eyes and get into a comfortable position. So if you aren't there yet, if you're driving, obviously don't do this, but if you are in a place at home, in your bed or on the couch or whatever, get yourself into just a comfortable state. You can push pause if you need to get to that place. All right, so what I want you to do is just slowly close your eyes and let your eyes just rest comfortably. Don't squeeze them, just resting comfortably. What I want you to do now is take a deep, slow breath in through your nose. So do that now. Deep, slow breath in, and then way out. And as you breathe out, just relax your shoulders a little bit. Okay. So just breathe normally while I explain what we're going to do. So what we're going to do is I'm going to count to 4, and then I'm going to count to 7. The type of breathing that we teach is we breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. So what I want you to do in a moment when I count is I want you to breathe in deeply and slowly to the count of 4, and then breathe out slowly to the count of 7. When you breathe in, you want to allow the air to go along the back of your throat. So it's kind of a noisier type of breathing. I want you to envision also that your lungs are filling from the bottom up. We walk around breathing every day and only using about 20% of our lung capacity. And with this type of breathing, we're going to use 100% of our breathing capacity. So we're filling the lungs completely, but we're not straining as we do it, okay? So breathing in as deeply as you can without straining, and then breathing out. All right, so we're going to start that counting now, and I want you just to really relax as we do. Okay, so breathing in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Just take a moment and just see how you feel. And then open your eyes. So I trust some, if not all of you, watching this feel even just a small amount of relaxation. So imagine this type of breathing and the other types of breathing that we teach you help to keep you in that calm, peaceful state. And if you are relaxed, that's because you've got those relaxation hormones flowing in your body just from simply breathing this last minute or so. It really is amazing how our bodies are made to relax if we allow them to, if we work with our bodies, train our bodies and our minds to do that. So that is tool number 3, peace breathing for birth. And as I said, there are a couple different types of breathing techniques that we will teach. The 4th tool is visualization or mental imagery. So this is another tool that we teach. And this is because mental imagery, so what we kind of see in our mind's eye, has a powerful impact on our subconscious. And you might remember we talked about, let's say if you have a nightmare, that's in our subconscious. That's a visualization or mental imagery in our subconscious that our body responds to. So when we have positive visualization, positive things that we are seeing in our mind's eye, that physiological response of relaxation occurs. The other thing that happens is that helps with that it's real even though you're not actually in it. That's a really big piece of this visualization and mental imagery, is helping to rewire the brain. So that's another step, very important step, again, that we go through in our Birth with Peace process. The 5th tool is scripts. So what that is, they are recordings that we have recorded that allow you to have that deep relaxation. It also kicks your visualization into gear. So there's some mental imagery going on listening to these scripts. So you've got that combination of hearing, listening. So you are feeding your subconscious with the words that we are speaking in these scripts. That is retraining your brain, rewiring your brain for a positive view of birth, and it's allowing that visualization to happen at the same time. So the scripts are a really big part of your homework. So we have several recordings for you to listen to in the Birth Unafraid program that you will be listening to as part of your homework. So the 6th and final tool in the Birth with Peace process are faith statements. So faith statements are conscious thoughts and or statements that allow our subconscious mind to see, feel, experience what we are saying out loud or thinking in our minds. And it's another piece that helps to wire our brains in a new way to a new birth message unit that believes that birth is beautiful, calm, peaceful, with decreased pain. An example is my baby births easily. I birth in 6 hours, right? So these are different kinds of statements that we provide for you, again, in a recorded form that you are listening to as part of your homework. Again, I want to reiterate that this isn't one of those manifestations, say this 50 times and you'll have a beautiful birth. That's not what happens. It's about rewiring our brains, which then allow our emotional and physiological responses to be different. It's not some kind of, like I said before, new age sort of name it and claim it approach. It's a scientific way of rewiring our brains for birth in a positive way. And why we call them faith statements is that it implies trust, it implies confidence in our body's ability to do this. So we are having faith that these statements are making a difference. It's not us just saying them, it's not just power of words. It's having faith that this is actually doing something in our brains. It implies optimism and confidence. So again, if you could like this video, subscribe, share, whatever you're feeling led to do, it would be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much.